Chivers, yes, brilliantly done. Chivers being jostled. Yes, Lee. It was Peters who knocked it back. Clark. Peters was there in hands, and is given a penalty straight away. And no doubt at all about it, it was a perfectly good decision. Perfectly placed penalty. The goalkeeper moved long before the ball was kicked. Peters. Chivers! Superbly taken. To McFarlane. Or Alalola. Oh yes! And Laura scores for England in his first international.
Alan Ball's going to take it. It'll be a little curler. Chivers has made a run towards the near post. Got the head in well, and it's there from Martin Chivers. A beautifully taken free kick, though. O'Neill. Jackson. That's the drive there, and again, Morgan was almost there, and he's given a penalty for an elbowing by Story. It adds to the tension as the crowd whistle around Dave Clements. Clements v Shilton. And Ireland have equalised, 1-1. There's Richards again, a gliding header, and it'll come through to Chivers. Is this it? It must be it for England. Chivers, 2-1. His second goal. And Ireland... Because now the partisanship will begin as we see the Football Association officials beginning to lead the teams up the tunnel. Dave Sexton, you can see on the right there. Terry Neal in the blue, light blue suit on the left. That long walk is underway, and they come into view. Well, there's no prouder moment for any manager, Brian, than the moment that Terry Neal and Dave Sexton are enjoying at this moment.
It's an incredible feeling. Sometimes it's after years of hard work, obviously, but it's certainly after a season's hard work. It's an achievement just to be here. Obviously, you want to win very, very badly, but getting here is a milestone in any manager's career.
Nelson's header, and Sunderland's again, good timing getting it in the air. Now Brady with Macari snapping at him. I wonder if that's going to be the sort of thing we shall see for 90 minutes, that Macari will need to stick close to Brady when he's in the midfield there. Price going right in there, and turning it back, and a goal, and it's going to be, well, either Talbot or Sunderland. Themselves, but it's in the back of the net. The first piece of work that Gary Bailey had to do, and really he stood no chance with it. Price getting past his man, Bailey plunging out. As they went in there, it looks like Sunderland, in fact.
Yeah, it was a good goal as well. Buchan didn't do too well there in the defensive position, and Sunderland's earned that goal actually with his contribution already.
And there it is. Arsenal leading by 1-0 with 12 minutes gone. Now it's Arsenal's turn to counter-attack. with Brian Talbot. Rice going outside him. Here's Brady. It's going all the way. Can he find the shot or the cross? There's the little cross coming in, and that's number 2 by Stapleton. By Brady. In the end, quite a simple header for Frank Stapleton. There's Brady shrugging them all off and then looking up to see what's on. Look at the space for Stapleton on the left of the picture there as well. And in the end, a simple header. Brian?
Yes, they took them apart. Brady resisted challenges time after time again. There's one. Goes around somebody else too. But this is where all the hard work comes now. He's even got time to look up and place that across. Looked easy, but it wasn't easy.
So right on the stroke of half-time, maybe the killer blow struck for Arsenal by Frank Stapleton. Two nothing down. And hope now is fast fading for them as Koppel lifts that free kick in there again. It'll come all the way through to Jordan, turning it back in there again, and a goal! And it's given. And McQueen is the man who claims it. And suddenly, United are back in the game with 4 minutes left. And who knows what might be produced in those 4 minutes. Here we come again. It came through to Jordan here. I thought the chance had gone, but he knocked it back in there. And it was McQueen who turned it past Jennings into the net. Well, Brian.
Jennings didn't have any chance of stopping that. He couldn't see it. I think Arsenal paid the penalty there for once again a crowded penalty area.
Well, are we in yet for an amazing upheaval? 3 minutes to go. Back to Pat Jennings. So the volume will be turned up, the tension will be turned up, and Gordon McQueen's goal has given Manchester United that little bit of hope now. But they must be saying to themselves, if only that had come half an hour earlier and we'd had something to build on. But wait a moment, here's Greenoff, touched into Macquarie. And they'll fight everything now in these few minutes that remain. Their heads not for a moment have dropped, even though they've been up against it for most of the game. Albiston playing that one in there, and O'Leary getting it away. Back for Nicol. Well, the United fans wanted him to get on with it, and that wasn't a very good ball by him. But here's Koppel. And there's McElroy getting in there. Can he finish it off? Yes, he can! 2 goals in a minute! And suddenly United are back in it. Well, look at that picture. That tells it all. Arsenal were preparing their victory speeches, and now they're dumbstruck. Sammy McElroy seemed to travel miles there. Turning O'Leary. Walford went in there, couldn't contact him. Jennings came out, and the ball agonizingly just inside the post. What an amazing turnaround. And from behind, we see it again. Just inside the net. Amazingly, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 2. Brian Clough, what on earth do you make of that?
Unbelievable. I'm delighted for them. They've earned it since 3 o'clock. They put themselves back in with a shout.
Well, Sammy McElroy, what an amazing turnabout. And the scenes on the 2 benches, well, I'm never know. The despair on the face of Don Howe and Terry Neal. But wait a moment, it's there by Sunderland, and they're back in the lead again, and they're off the bench once more. What an amazing cup final. Well, that's when you're at your most vulnerable, when suddenly you've got it all back. They relax for a moment, and Arsenal have punished them for it. Brady leading the charge, Ricks with the cross, and look at Sunderland streaming in there, too high for Bailey, and beautiful for Sunderland. 3 goals. but 3 minutes right at the end of this 1979 Cup final. Well, Sutherland's after this one, and Bale has got him. The last seconds of the game, Jordan winning it in the air, but Arsenal are now composed at the back after wobbling, and poor Dave Sexton there. Sunderland down and injured in the Manchester United penalty area. Jennings gets it away, it's all over! Arsenal have won it! When it seemed a moment ago they threw it away, the two managers greet each other. Dave Sexton, sportsman to the end, saying well done to Arsenal. But my word, 5 minutes, I think that anybody here who saw it, and those of you at home, surely will never forget. They can't believe their good fortune. They thought they tossed away the 1979 Cup final, and then they grabbed it back again with that goal by Alan Sunderland. Injured there, substitute Steve Walford helping him to his feet. Well, Sammy McIlroy, who thought with that goal that he'd done it, consoled by his Northern Ireland international teammate Pat Jennings, that's a nice touch, and Gordon McQueen and Willie Young, two great old buddies there, two Scots there, Martin Buchan and Willie Young, as people all around try to get their breath back, try to get their composure back, and try to work out who on earth won it. Arsenal, of course, and hard luck Manchester United. The scoreboard is exactly right, only to have it snatched away. As Arsenal, after 90 minutes in the heat and turmoil of Wembley, climb those steps. Pat Rice, his 4th Wembley final, but the first time that he as captain will lift the cup. 3 seasons now as the captain, and the proudest moment in his career, because Arsenal make up for last year's defeat and take the cup to Highbury. Already some shirt swapping has gone on with Stapleton and Brady. Well, the people who put the coloured ribbons on that cup right at the last so that they should be the appropriate colours must have changed them left, right and centre in that last 5 minutes. Liam Brady, brilliant part in that second goal. Pat Jennings, Brian Talbot still with enough breath to have a word with the dignitaries in the Royal Box after all that running. Alan Sunderland hobbling along, but nothing would stop him going up to get his medal there. Sammy Nelson, Graham Rix, David O'Leary kissing his medal. I think Gordon McQueen is absolutely shattered, looking just again for a moment of respite. Well, racing round in front of the Manchester United fans who are generously waving. There's a man who should be proud, I think, by the way his team battled as well, Dave Sexton.
But look, David, you contributed everything any manager could contribute to a final. You kept plugging away and plugging away and plugging away.
And Manchester United, here Arsenal, but Manchester United also are doing a rather weary lap of honour, which they deserve to do, because, as Brian said, they contributed so much to a memorable final.
Game's concerned, the Brazilians. There's Zico with a lovely ball to Isidoro, or rather to Zico.